Streamers, please do better than this.
Yo, Lightfighter27, thanks for the bits. Welcome to the Pineapple Crew. Oh, you're leaving? It's because the audio is so bad? Let's fix it.
Viewers can deal with bad video with pixelation on a crappy webcam, but they will not stay if your audio is bad. Even a bad mic used well can sound acceptable. But no matter how good your audio gear is, if you use it wrong, you'll probably sound bad. This is why a lot of streamers think amazing mics like the Shure SM7B are overrated, when in fact they're just using it wrong and not getting the sound that they want out of it. They make mistakes, make good gear sound bad, and keep spending money on upgrades. Learn how to use your gear well before you spend money on upgrades you probably don't need. Here are 5 common audio mistakes that streamers make, as well as how to fix them. Let's get started. The first one is poor mic technique. The gist of this is the mic is not close enough to their mouth, or it's way too close to their mouth. Sorry, headphones users. But much more commonly, streamers will have the mic too far away from their mouth. Ideally, you want your mic about 6 inches away from your mouth, not just the mic itself, but the diaphragm of the mic. In the case of the Shure SM7B, that's the diaphragm, so 6 inches from that is right here. You want to be about this close to your mic. The closer you are to your mic, the greater the difference there is between your voice and other sounds. If you're too far away from your mic, you'll have to add gain to compensate, and then that increases the volume of all background noises too. To demonstrate, I will turn that fan onto high. I'll be 6 inches away from the mic, 12 inches away from the mic, and 24 inches away from the mic, compensating the volume to sound about the same for my voice, and you'll hear the fan get louder every time. Here I am 6 inches away from the mic with the fan on high. You can go to patreon.com/Andy Cormier to support me for as little as $1 per month. Now I'm a foot away from my Shure SM7B. Becoming a patron earns you perks like Discord server access, as well as shoutouts at the end of my videos. Now I'm about 2 feet away from my Shure SM7B. Never feel pressured to give any creator any money on Patreon. Only give what you can afford and what you want to give as support. So now we're back at 6 inches away. I'm talking at a similar volume, and let's turn the fan off. The best way to keep your mic 6 inches away from your mouth is to literally hold it or get a mic arm. I'll put an affiliate link in the description for a very inexpensive mic arm that I do recommend. The next common mistake that streamers make is improper gain staging. Gain is the root amplification of your interface, in most cases XLR or USB, transferred to your mic to power it and have it take in sound. The higher the gain, the louder the sounds that the mic captures. Gain staging is adjusting your mic's gain to an ideal level. High enough for clear audio, but not so high that it's so loud that you go above the volume threshold of your microphone and peak and distort your audio. So on that note, be a little conservative with your gain. It's a lot easier to add volume in post than it is to fix distortion after it's happened. So for my streamers who get hyped and scream into their mics at exciting moments, be gentle. Less gain is usually more. For example, the standard recommended gain for the Shure SM7B is 60 decibels. But for almost everyone, that is way too much. I use 48 decibels in my Shure SM7B, so then I have some headroom to talk loudly, to yell if I'm getting excited on stream, whatever. I never peak at 48 decibels. Quick warning to headphones users, I'm going to put my Shure SM7B at 60 decibels and then 48 decibels. I'll adjust in post so your ears don't explode, but you will hear the difference in quality. Here's our control. I'm speaking at 48 decibels of gain with my Shure SM7B with compressor and equalization on, adding an extra maybe 4 or 5 decibels. Now we're up to 60 decibels on the Shure SM7B. As you can hear, I am occasionally getting distorted. OBS is not happy about this. I see that volume indicator and it's going red every single time I'm talking. Oh no. There is no one-size-fits-all solution for gain. It does have to be sort of reactive to your voice. If you're looking at your volume indicator in OBS, you generally want your mic to be in like the middle of the yellow range while you're speaking at a normal volume. So basically, if your mic technique and your gain settings are wrong, everything you do from this point will also be unideal. Every filter you apply, because these are your foundation. However, another common mistake that streamers make is using low quality XLR interfaces, especially on gain-hungry microphones like the Shure SM7B. Mic technique and gain staging may be the foundation, but the XLR interface is the foundation of your foundation. Low quality XLR interfaces either introduce a lot of static noise into the audio, have severely limited range of gain, or both. Using proper technique, adding like noise reduction filters and post, that can help. But if the noise that you're filtering out is caused by your XLR interface, you can eliminate that noise without sacrificing any audio quality if you just improve your XLR interface. There are ways to salvage lower quality XLR interfaces. My XLR interface, the AverMedia AX310, is not great. It's not horrible either as XLR interfaces go, but it does have a fair amount of static background noise at higher levels of gain. As such, I use a cloud lifter to compensate. A cloud lifter is a gain amplifier. There are other brands that produce similar products, but cloud lifter is the best reviewed. And the cloud lifter adds 25 decibels of noise-free, clean gain into my XLR signal chain. So if you look at my interface, it says I'm only using 23 decibels of gain, but with the cloud lifter being powered by 48 volt phantom power that's typically used for condenser mics, the actual gain that I'm using is 23 plus 25, which is 48. And it is a very clean 48 decibels of gain. So gain pads like cloud lifters can help mitigate the issues caused by low quality interfaces, but cloud lifters are like $130, if not more. So it's generally more economical just to get a better XLR interface from the get-go and not need to buy any signal chain clean gain boosters. So you could either get like the Elgato Wave XLR, which has fairly clean gain the entire way, or you could get a mic with a built-in gamepad, which is the Logitech Blue Sona. It sounds about as good as the Shure SM7B, but it sounds better on more interfaces with less cost. But before you spend more money on an upgrade for your XLR interface or mic, what have you done to eliminate the background noise in your space? You don't need like intense sound treatment. Like I shoot my videos in my bedroom. I don't have sound treatment in here. But there are little things you can do to reduce the background noise or echoing in your space. Stuff like curtains, carpets, clutter, and cushions, the 4 C's. If you get noise through your door, consider investing in a draft stopper. The gist is that sound is a literal wave of energy, and those waves of energy echo when they bounce freely off of things, but they don't echo and more other background noise gets trapped if there are things for it to get trapped in. I have pretty thick curtains. Some sound waves can get trapped on that if I close them. I have a bed in the middle of my room. That is a big obstacle for just free echoing of noise. I have a decent amount of clutter on my desk, so sound waves won't bounce off too much around here. I don't have much in the way of like carpets or upholstery or other stuff that could really deaden sound. I don't have any sound panels or anything, but I have pretty good audio quality, all things considered. As for reducing desk noises like your keyboard, I would recommend that the mic that you choose is a dynamic mic rather than a condenser mic, because dynamic mics are far more directional in general. They're better at rejecting off-axis noise, so as you can see, my keyboard is right here behind my mic, and my mic is right next to my mouth. If I'm typing, yeah, you can hear it, but it's really not that bad. That's because the directionality of my mic is going into my mouth, not towards my keyboard. That's a very rejected sound. Compare that to if the mic's like practically pointing down towards my keyboard. It's a noticeable difference. Also, if it really bothers you, consider like a quieter keyboard. But this is yet another reason that you should be using a mic arm. If your mic is mounted on your desk, you'll probably have your mic and then your keyboard and then you. So the keyboard will be between you and your mic and be a lot louder than it needs to be. Because once again, the closer your mic is to your mouth, the greater the difference there is between your voice and other noises in your space. You can use other audio filters like a noise gate, noise reduction, or even NVIDIA Broadcast if you have an RTX GPU. But when it comes to audio, analog solutions should come first. Try to eliminate noise at its source before trying digital solutions to patch the noise away. Fix your mic technique, use an arm, reduce sources of noise, and try using the 4 C's: curtains, carpets, cushions, and clutter. Do you agree with all of this, Momo? Is this useful information? Say yes. He's a little shy. The last major mistake streamers make, which I won't go too into detail on, is no or bad audio filters. Good use of audio filters can help improve the way your voice sounds and overall help give you a more unique, personalized sound to your voice. If the audio filters you're using are well implemented, a listener will probably not even notice that there are any audio filters unless they're like an audio technician. However, badly implemented filters are much more noticeable to the average listener. Noise gates that cut off some of your speech, compression that removes all dynamic range in your speech volume, EQ that makes your voice muddy and unclear. Audio filters are a big topic, and I think other people are far more qualified to give advice on that subject. Here's a card to Epos Fox's videos on using free OBS audio filters, and I'll also have that link to the description. And if you just want to copy me as a reference point to then tweak, this is my EQ, and this is my compressor. I'm not an expert when it comes to audio filters. These are not perfect, but I think they sound pretty good with my voice. And I don't use a noise gate because I just try to eliminate my background noise, use good mic technique, and use a dynamic mic that rejects off-axis sounds like my keyboard. This video will not instantly solve your problems. Everyone's voice is different, and you simply can't apply a one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to audio. However, you can start to learn best practices and start getting better at implementing them. Don't take a haphazard approach to your creativity. Literally just spend 20 minutes. Tinker with your settings, watch a video on audio filters, order a mic arm on Amazon if you need it. Get consistent with your mic technique and adjust your gain accordingly. Just spend 20 minutes learning how to use the stuff you already have better, and you probably won't even need to buy the upgrades that you're thinking about. Be better than a lot of streamers. Don't make these mistakes. Thank you to my $5 tier patron Joshua, and if this video was helpful to you and you're still considering getting upgrades, watch my video going over 3 different budgets for a streaming setup. Otherwise, leave a like, subscribe for more, comment which mistake you need to work on most, and I'll see you next time. Happy creating.